Hey friends, welcome. June 16th, 2025. What if every sunrise marked another step in His earthly ministry, still unfolding, not in ancient deserts, but in modern streets, coffee shops, hospitals, and parks? What if He showed up in your city today? That's the question we're asking every day this year. A new city each day as we follow Jesus, not in memory, but in real motion. And today is Monday, June 16th, and Jesus walks through Akron, Ohio, once known as the rubber capital of the world, now a city reshaping itself, a place of innovation and struggle, resilience and healing. And today, it becomes holy ground. So, let's walk beside Him. Let's see what happens when God still walks with us. Join me as we walk with Jesus. It's 6:02 a.m. The morning mist rolls like smoke across Summit Lake. It's quiet. Just the splash of water, the hum of insects, the whistle of a train far off. And Jesus walks down the wooden pier barefoot. The planks creak beneath His weight. He kneels at the end, facing the sunrise, as the first light paints the lake in molten gold. The air smells of wet earth, dew, and distant pine. He breathes deeply and begins to pray. Abba, let this day be a melody sung over the broken. Let every heart I touch remember You have never stopped singing over them. Make me soft where the world is hard. Make me bold where they've grown numb. Let every step today rewrite hopelessness into healing. Amen. A heron glides across the surface behind him. A fisherman who's watching from afar is not sure why he feels tears rising. The city is waking up, but so is grace. It's 7:45 a.m. now, and the smell of strong coffee and cinnamon meets the morning air at Angel Falls Coffee Company. Jesus steps inside. Indie music trickles through speakers. Walls are lined with art, dreamlike portraits of city life, anguish, and rebirth. The cafe hums with the quiet shuffle of locals starting their day. Jesus orders black coffee, nothing fancy, and he sits by the window as steam curls up from the mug like incense. Tessa, the barista, brings him a plate of toast she didn't charge for. Are you a poet? She asks, nervous. Jesus meets her eyes. You've been holding back tears all week. She freezes. My mom. She's in hospice, but I didn't tell anyone. He leans forward. She will not die unloved, and neither will you. Your tears are not forgotten. Heaven counts them like stars. Her knees weaken. She retreats to the kitchen, collapsing behind the counter. Not because she saw a miracle, but because she was seen. And somewhere in the corner, someone quietly puts down their phone and watches him with a sense of awe they can't name. It's 10:30 a.m. now at Akron Children's Hospital. The walls here are painted with cartoon whales and giraffes, but the air is heavy with antiseptic and the soft beep of machines. In room 312, Jesus steps in quietly. Darius, 8 years old, sits in bed, bald from chemo, drawing superheroes with tired hands. He doesn't look up. Jesus sits down right next to him and asks, "Is that Iron Man?" Darius nods. "But I made his suit gold because gold's more heavenly." Jesus smiles. "They say you might not wake up after this round," Darius mumbles. Jesus places his hand gently over the boy's chest. "Whether you wake here or with me, you need not worry. You'll open your eyes to light, I promise." The monitor steadies, and his pain lifts. And for the first time in days, Darius smiles. His body is still weak, but his spirit is more alive than ever. His mother walks in carrying a cafeteria coffee. She sees her son smiling, sees Jesus beside him, and drops the cup. Her hand covers her mouth. No words come, only worship. It's 12:15 p.m. now at Swenson's Drive-In on Hawkins Avenue, and it's hot. The pavement radiates with warmth. Car hops skate between cars, and Jesus sits outside, sharing a bench with Carl, a homeless veteran with a tangled beard and tired eyes. Carl unwraps a half-eaten sandwich from earlier in the day. Jesus hands him half of his Galley Boy burger. Carl stares at it. "Why?" he asks. Jesus replies, "Because you, Carl, are worth feeding." Carl trembles. "I saw bodies burn," he says. "I saw things men shouldn't see." Jesus rests a hand on his shoulder. "You didn't leave me over there. I was in the trench with you. I'm still here." Carl breaks. His shoulders quake, and Jesus stays. No sermon, no spectacle, just presence. And presence becomes power. It's 3 p.m. now at the Goodyear Theater, and inside the air is still. Empty red velvet seats rise in rows, and Jesus walks up to the stage. He looks out at the silence and begins to speak. Not to an audience, but to the city. "I see the woman hiding bruises beneath sleeves. I see the father wondering how to tell his kids he's been laid off. I see the high school student who hasn't eaten since Friday. I see you. I know you. And I am with you." Toby, the janitor sweeping beneath the balcony, drops his broom. His eyes well up, and Jesus turns to him. "You think no one notices you, Toby, but heaven calls you faithful." Toby weeps, and for the first time in weeks, he goes home believing that love still speaks. It's 6:40 p.m. at the University of Akron. Golden hour light soaks the lawn. Students gather at the steps of Buchtell Hall. Signs reading, "Cancel debt now," "Climate justice," and "No justice, no peace." Jesus sits among them. Jasmine, a political science major with fierce eyes, asks, "Where was God during all this?" Jesus responds, "In every mother who marched, in every volunteer who stayed, in every friend who refused to give up." She presses again. "So, what's the point? We scream, we burn out, nothing changes." Jesus looks at her deeply. Change is a seed. You may never see the tree, but it still grows. She swallows hard. Then she offers him her bottle of water. And that's the first time she shared anything with anyone in months. It's 9:02 p.m. The stars begin to shine over the Perkins Park overlook. Matthew, 39, stands alone. A folded note sits in his pocket. His wedding ring is clutched tightly in his fist. He leans against the railing. One more minute, that's all. Then Jesus is beside him. "You folded the letter 4 times, he says gently. "That means part of you wanted it to be found." Matthew doesn't move. "I'm tired," he says. "I just wanted peace." Jesus places a hand over his shoulder. "Then let's find peace together. You don't need to be strong. You just need to stay." Matthew breaks. The tears come hard and fast. He falls to the ground. Jesus kneels beside him, and he never lets go. It's 9:45 now at Lock 3 Park, and the night air is cool. Jesus sits under a blanket of stars. The scent of grass, distant funnel cake from yesterday's concert, and blooming magnolias hang in the air. Jesus kneels at the center. No one watches, but all of Akron will feel this. He lifts his eyes to the heavens. "Father, thank you for this city, for the ones who fought today, for the ones who wept, for the ones who almost gave up, but didn't. Let angels stand watch tonight at hospital beds and street corners. Let every child feel your nearness. Let tomorrow carry traces of today's mercy. And let me return again wherever I am needed." He stands. The wind stirs slightly. A single firefly flickers near his hand, then disappears into the sky. And he came to Akron quietly today, and yet he left trails of glory everywhere he stepped. In a child's steadied heartbeat, in a veteran's rediscovered worth, in a protester's softened spirit, in a man who chose life. This was today, June 16th, in Akron, Ohio. And tomorrow, another city, another heart. He's still walking, so come back. You won't want to miss where he goes next. And before you leave, I would like to offer a prayer for anything and everything you're holding in your heart on this day. If it's important to you, it's a part of this prayer. Are you ready? I'll lead. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Amen. Well, you know what I'm going to ask next? Are you a subscriber to this channel? Because if you're not, listen here, silly. Before you forget, click the subscribe button so you can get a notification when we put new content out. All of our content is positive, faith-based, and I think you're just going to love it. Also, don't forget, hug your family because they love you. And I'll be back tomorrow, friends. God bless you. Bye-bye.